Hey friends, want to make this super cute, stylish cardigan together? My name is Rachel Alford from Cozy Knits Designs, and let me introduce you to the Triple Tie Cardi. This cardigan is a super versatile crochet cardigan that you can wear open, tied up, or a mix of both. Best part about this pattern is that there is only one seam right here at the shoulders. It's a perfect beginner crochet pattern, and it's a free pattern on my blog, as well as a Lion Brand yarn kit where you can get all of the yarn to make the cardigan, and you can choose the yarn color that you want. So let's go hang out together and I'll show you how to make this cardigan. These are the materials needed for the Triple Tie Cardi. You'll need Wool Ease DK yarn. The color that I used for it is slate, but the color I'll be using for the demonstration is called Bluegrass. You'll also need 2 different crochet hooks, an H 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, which we will be using on the bottom hem, and then a G 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, which we will be using for the majority of the cardigan, tapestry needles, stitch markers, and scissors. To begin, we're going to make a slip knot, and using our larger hook size, I am going to chain. And in the project, it's going to tell you how many chains you need to do, and you can find that free pattern here. It's a free pattern on my blog, and it will show you the 9 different sizes and how many chains you need to do for your size. So I'm just making a small sample size so that I can demonstrate how to make the cardigan, but your cardigan will obviously be much bigger than mine. So I've done my beginning chains, and so now it says that I need to work into the 3rd chain from my hook and place 1 half double crochet in each chain. So not counting this that's on our hook, we need to count 1, 2, 3. So working into this chain right here, I'm going to do my first half double crochet. So I will yarn over, insert my hook into that chain, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on my hook. And that's our first half double crochet. Working into this stitch right here, we'll do our next half double crochet, and we're just going to do 1 half double crochet in each chain across until we reach the end of our row. And I am going to do that off camera, and then I'll meet back up with you when I'm at the end of these chains. So you can see I have 3 stitches left. So let's do those half double crochets together. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to turn my work, and it says for row 2 I need to chain 2, 1, 2, and then going into the stitch at the base of the chains, because the chain 2 does not count, I'm going to half double crochet 1. It then has the repeat for this row, which says to front post half double crochet 1, and then do a back post half double crochet 1. So yarning over, we're not going to insert our hook like this like we normally do, because we are going to be working this post stitch. So we would normally insert our hook right here, and we just follow down and work around this post. So it says we need to do a front post half double crochet. So we go front to front, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is our first front post half double crochet. Now we need to do a back post half double crochet. So we yarn over, and then we go back to front to back around the next post. Draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. This next post, we're going to do a front post half double crochet. So front to front, yarn over, draw up a loop, and pull through all 3. Now we need to do a back post half double crochet around this post stitch. So again, back to back, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So you can see how it's making it look like ribbing, because it's pushing these posts forward and pulling these posts backwards. So it's giving us this ribbed look that we're wanting for the bottom hem. The reason why we are using a bigger hook is so that it doesn't cinch along the bottom, because with this ribbing like stitch, it does tend to draw the stitches in. So we need a bigger hook so that it doesn't cinch it and make it too tight along our hips. So just continuing down across, we're going to do this for all of the stitches. I'll show you how to do the last stitch in this row, and then we're going to do rows 3 and 4 in the same pattern, and I'm going to do that off camera, and then we're going to meet back up for row 5 of the main body. So you can see I have 3 stitches left, and the pattern says that I need to do this repeat one more time, and then in the last stitch I need to do a single half double crochet, so just one half double crochet. So I'm going to do a front post half double crochet around this one, back post half double crochet around this one, and then in this last stitch right here, I'm going to do a half double crochet. So you can see what the ribbing looks like, and then we'll meet back up for row 5 where we work the main body with the smaller hook. So for my smaller sample size, I did not do rows 3 and 4, but it's the same repeat that we talked about in row 2. So let's work on row 5 together. So you can see I switched to my smaller hook size. This is my G 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. And so row 5, I'm going to turn, chain 2, and then I need to do an extended single crochet 1 in each stitch. So working into this stitch right here, because the chain 2 does not count as a stitch, I'm going to insert my hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's 1 extended single crochet. Working into this next stitch, insert my hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're going to do 1 extended single crochet in each stitch across, and we're going to work this for the next several rows. This is making the main body of our cardigan, and then once we get through the main body, then we're going to split for the arms and the back, and I'm going to show you how to do that because that might be the most complicated part of this pattern. It's not hard once you see how to do it, but if you have trouble visualizing what things look like in your head, it's really helpful to actually see it done. So I'm going to do the next main body portions off camera, and then we'll meet back up when we get to the right front section. I have finished my main body of my small sample size, and I'm ready for row 1 of the right front. You can see row 1 of the right front is right side for row 1, and the way you can tell is that the yarn tail is on the left if you're a right-handed crocheter. So I have my right side facing, I'm ready to do row 1, and it says that I need to place a marker on a certain number of stitches from the right and the same number of stitches on the left, and this is marking our right front and our left front. So in my small sample, I'm just going to place it on stitch 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put my first marker right here, and then I'm going to count 6 stitches from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and place a marker on this stitch as well. To begin row 1 of the right front, we're going to chain 2, extended single crochet 1 in each stitch until you reach the marker, and you're going to work the marker as well. So I'm just going to be doing 1 extended single crochet in each stitch for a total of 6 stitches since I'm doing this small sample size. So there's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then it says I need to turn my work. Row 2 begins by chaining 2 and working extended single crochets, 1 in each of the stitches. Row 3, extended single crochets, 1 in each stitch. So for my small sample size, I'm going to say that I've hit my decrease row where we're going to start creating our V-neck. So look to the pattern on how many rows you need to do, but I'm going to say that I have now reached my decrease portion. So for this row, I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to do 1 extended single crochet in each stitch until the last 2 stitches. So I'm going to do 4 stitches or 4 extended single crochets. So here's my 2 stitches left in the row. So I need to do my extended single crochet 2 together. So I'm going to insert my hook, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and instead of yarning over and pulling through 2 to complete the extended single crochet like I normally would, I'm going to go into the next stitch, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. Now I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that is how you do an extended single crochet 2 together. And you can see now it's going to be pointing this way, so that when we fold this over, we're going to have our little V-neck here, which is what we want. So the next row, I'm just going to do 1 extended single crochet in each of the stitches. And then the next row is another decrease row, so I'm going to work that with you again to make sure that you can do the extended single crochet 2 together confidently. So I'm going to turn my work, extended single crochet 1 in each stitch until the last 2 stitches. Here are my last 2 stitches, 1, 2. So I'm going to insert my hook, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, go into the next stitch, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. So then you just continue in the pattern. And then I'm going to show you how to do the back panel section. So you can see we have our right front panel. When we fold this, it's going to fold in like that. And then we'll have that section fold in this way as well. So we have our marked stitch right here. And so the pattern says 1 stitch over from the marked stitch, we're going to slip stitch to join. So grabbing the yarn, slip stitch to join, and then we're going to chain 2 for row 1, 1, 2, and then extended single crochet 1 in each stitch until you reach the marker, and do not include the marked stitch. So the chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, so working back into that space, I'm going to extended single crochet 1, and then I'm going to extended single crochet 1 in each stitch until I reach the marker, and I am not going to work the marker. This back panel is just worked evenly. There are no increases or decreases, so you just need to do the row amount that it says in the pattern. And then the left panel is very similar to the right panel. You just do the extended single crochets 2 together in a different order. So we're not going to go over that together. All right, so you can see I just have 1 more stitch until I need to stop, because this stitch is marked and we're not going to work the marked stitch. So there's my last extended single crochet for this back panel. So I'm going to chain 2 and turn. And then I'm going to continue working the rows back and forth. To do the left front start, we're going to insert our hook into the marked stitch, slip stitch to join, and then work this row back and forth until we hit our V-neck decrease section. So that is how you do all of the panels. We'll meet back up for the shoulder seaming. Here is my small sample ready to have the shoulder seams done. So right now I have my right side facing because my tail is on the left side. So in the pattern it says to have the wrong side facing when you do this. That way we can then flip it out and the seam will be on the inside. So I have my wrong side facing and I'm going to fold over my front panels. You can see my very skinny, tall cardigan. And I'm going to seam along the top right here. So I'm going to grab my tapestry needle and I'm going to go through these corner stitches here. Then leaving a tail for myself. I'm going to go back through again to really secure it. And now I'm ready to do my mattress stitch. That's my favorite method to seam. So what you're going to do is you're going to work these inside loops. So this is what the loops look like on the bottom, and then these loops along the top. So I remind myself when I have trouble remembering how to do it, you're going to grab that inside, and then you're going to grab the inside of the bottom one, of the bottom panel. So the inside loop on this side. Again, going into the next one, inside and inside. One last time for my small panel sample, we have one more stitch. So the inside loop and inside loop. So you can see what it looks like when it's not pulled tight. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the tail ends and pull tight, and it really cinches it in. You want to make sure that you don't cinch it too tight, but you can see that it leaves a little ridge, and that's why we do the wrong side. And then when we flip it out, you have a nice clean seam. So I'm going to do the other side off camera and then we'll meet back up for the sleeves. Here's my sample cardigan. So now let's work the sleeve together. So you're going to insert your hook into the underarm of one of the sleeves. Grab your yarn, slip stitch to join, and then we're going to chain 2. 1, 2, and now we're going to work one extended single crochet in each of the row ends. So you can see this is one row of extended single crochet. Here's another row of extended single crochet, another. So it should be an even amount on both sides. So let's do that together. So here's my row end, and I'm just going to work it in what I think is the middle. Oops, I yarned over. I don't need to yarn over for an extended single crochet. There's one. Here's my next row. 2. My next row. 3. 4. 5, 6, and I have one more on this side, 7, and my yarn end is kind of coming out. There we go. It'll be easier to see that way. So here's my last row for this side. So I'm going to place my last extended single crochet on that side. And now we're ready to start working this side of the sleeve. This is just going to be one continuous round. So right here is my next row end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have one more. Whoa. Grabbing the tails. I should have woven those in before I started doing this. Let me just tuck those inside the sleeve hole. There we go. All right. So you can see I have one more row end right here. So I'm going to work that row end. And that is how we do round 1. We're going to start round 2 by doing an extended single crochet into the over the next 2 stitches. So this is our chain 2, which doesn't count as a stitch, and then we have an extended single crochet 1 right here and an extended single crochet 1 right here. So I'm going to go into this stitch right here and start an extended single crochet, and then into this stitch do another start, and then do an extended single crochet 2 together. So we need to mark our first stitch of the round. So I'm going to place my stitch marker right here, and that indicates the start of the round. And then I'm just going to do an extended single crochet 1 in each of the stitches around, following the pattern. And then we're going to meet back up for round 42 of the sleeve, and I'll show you how to start decreasing and getting ready for the cuff. Let's talk about the decrease for the sleeve to get ready for the cuff. So you can see I have the start of my round right here, and each size is different for what repeat decrease you need to do. If you're having trouble figuring out just remember that the punctuation is important with repeats, and to do what's in the bracket the same amount of times that it says to do it in the bracket, or from the asterisk. So just pay attention to the punctuation of each size and make sure you're checking your size for the appropriate repeat you need to do. So let's just do the medium size. So I'm going to begin by doing extended single crochet 2 together. And then I'm going to make sure that I put my stitch marker back on so I know where the start of my round is. So the repeat is extended single crochet 2 together, and then extended single crochet 1 in the next stitch. And that's the repeat. So again, extended single crochet 2 together, and then extended single crochet 1. I'm going to do that all the way around. And that is going to decrease me in my stitches to get ready for the cuff and make sure that it fits appropriately around my wrist. So you can see I have one more stitch, and that ends my repeat. So now I'm ready to do round 1 of the cuff. So I'm going to take off my stitch marker, and I'm going to half double crochet 1 in each stitch. So into this stitch, half double crochet 1, place the stitch marker back on, half double crochet 1 in each stitch. I'm going to do that. Round 2 for the cuff, I'm going to take my marker off, and then it says I need to do a front post half double crochet 1. So working this post right here, going front to back to front, drawing up a loop, yarn over, pull through to complete the half double crochet. I'm going to place the stitch marker back on so that I remember where the start of my round is. Doing a back post half double crochet, so I'm going to insert my hook from back to front to back, draw up a loop, and complete the stitch. So doing that all the way around, that is going to give us our ribbing to match our bottom hem and really give it a polished, finished look for the cuff. So you do this for rounds 2 and 3. Round 3 has a slight variation to it, where you're going to work into the last until the last 2 stitches, and then you're going to do some front post and back post single crochets to help even out the cuff since we're working in a round. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then let's meet back up for the neckband row with right side facing. So we have our tail connected to our right front. We're going to insert our hook in the bottom right front corner, grab our yarn, slip stitch to join, and then it says that we need to chain 2 and half double crochet 7 along our ribbing here. I have much less ribbing than you do, so I'm just going to half double crochet some along this ribbing so that we can get the right idea. So I'm just working into the side of this ribbing. Now I've reached the portion where I'm done with my ribbing, and it says to place 1 half double crochet in each row end. So you can see our rows. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up, even the V-neck portion. So I'm going to do that right now. So you can see I've done all of these stitches down the front, and now I've reached my back stitches that I need to do. So instead of working the row end, I'm just going to go into this stitch right here for my back neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I'm to the edge panel again, so I'm going to work into the row ends. So inserting my hook right there, working down the left front now, and 1 into each row end, and then I will show you how to place markers to measure out the holes for the ties. This is what the neckband looks like. Now we're ready to do our left side band. But first we need to place our markers. So you can see our V-neck starts right here, and so we need to place a marker on that first extended single crochet 2 together so that we can mark out where we need to place our tie holes, our button holes. So we can do that. So it says to place a stitch marker in the V-neck, the beginning of the V-neck, and then 2 down, and then 17 down, and then 32 down. So 2 down, obviously I'm not going to do 17, I'm just going to do 3 down, and then I'm just going to do 2 down. So this is going to look pretty different for your bigger sample, but this will give you a feel of how to do this. So for row 1, we're going to chain 2 because the yarn is still attached. And then we're going to half double crochet 1, back post half double crochet 1. So going back to front to back. Front post half double crochet 1, back post half double crochet 1, and we're going to do that until we reach the marker. So here's the marker, chain 2, skip the marker, and then we're going to work this post right here. And I'm already to the marker again, but this is just giving you an idea of how to make these tie holes. So I'm already to the marker again, so I'm going to chain 2, skip the marker, and then work the post that's next. I have another back post, half double crochet. Now I'm to the marker again, so chain 2, and then work this stitch. And then half double crochet 1 in that marked stitch, and then turn. For this next row, chain 1, single crochet 1 into that first stitch, back post single crochet around that post, whoops, so going back to front to back, draw up a loop, so there are 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to single crochet 1 in the chain 2 space, like that, and then front post single crochet 1, so around this stitch going from front to back to front, single crochet 1, and then back post single crochet 1. So that is how you're going to work these holes for the plackets. Yours are going to look much different than this, but it will give you an idea of how to do it. So let me show you how to do the icords. I have a full video tutorial that goes more in depth of how to do these icords. They're much easier than a full traditional crochet icord. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your yarn and you're going to measure 3 times the length of how long you want your icord to be. Make a slip knot, insert your hook, and this is my tail strand, and this is my strand that's connected to my ball of yarn, and this is my tail. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my hook in the middle, go under the tail, yarn over for the strand connected to the ball, and go through both loops. Again, yarn over for the tail, yarn over for the main ball of yarn, go through both loops. And if you want more in depth of what this looks like, I will put the video down in the description so that you can get a better look at this. But let me just show you. You can see how quickly this works up. It works really well. And it is great for beginners. So you can see what this looks like. So make 3 of them, and then you're just going to insert them into the Triple Tie Cardi holes, and that is how you make the Triple Tie Cardi. Wait, don't go yet. I have this video right here that I think you're really gonna like. It's an in-depth review of Wool Ease DK yarn, and I have a giveaway going over on this video right now where you can win free Wool Ease DK yarn. So hop on over to this video and enter.